the Lord Conqueror.
It's my most insane solo wipe. No teammates, no handouts, just me, 5,000 hours deep. Chasing endgame goals that most clans wouldn't dare to attempt. Raid every neighbor within reach, build a full HQM base, and flex a vending machine of scrap and AKs.
Where's my rockets, bitch? Where's my rockets?
This is going to be a legendary video. I hope you have something nice to eat. Please enjoy the show. Boys, I've got work at 10:30. So what? It's 7:43 AM at the moment. So I've got a good like hour and 20 minutes of fucking game and get a start. Now, with it being very early in the morning, at least for us Rust players, my goal was to go and claim a prime build location and put down a starter base. And we'll see where we can go, boys. So the map right now is looking pretty good. We've got oil rigs. Oh my fucking god. Oats. We go way back.
Yo.
Oh, you get away from me.
Man.
We go way back.
I got nothing. You're good.
Oh my god, yes! We've got chainsaw, boys. We're fucking. We had found an absolute masterclass of a build location. Launch site, the oil rigs, and missile silo all next to each other on the southwest side of the map. Operation Get to the Base location had been initiated. Oh my god, look at the crate spawns right now. That is ridiculous. Yes, sir. You know what if we build next to launch? We'll probably get raided instantly, to be fair. Look at this, bro. 44 vending machines. 44 vending machines. What is this? This is a fucking monstrosity. As the prime build location is on the opposite side of the map, we run along the shoreline until we find ourselves a boat so we can sail down to the southwest corner of the island. But we run out of fuel in our boat, forcing us to run across the frozen Arctic, naked and a little bit chilly, if I don't say so myself. Taking a bit of a risk, we tried to loot the gas station nearby, looting all of the crates and recycling components so we can craft some early metal doors. It's broken? No fucking way. 2 med sticks, huge. I spot myself a tier 2 workbench in a partially decayed base, and being an absolute loot goblin, I try my luck to discover any potential leftovers. Ooh, tier 2 workbench, bro. We're actually picking this up. We're actually picking this up right now. Oh my god, there's no TC. We got fucking 3 tier 2. Let's fucking go. And now, as this base had no TC, we pick up the tier 2 and yoink as many metal tools as we fucking can. Now, the risk was completely worth it here. Finding this tier 2 workbench would save us a good 30 minutes of farming in the future. Finally, we reach the masterclass build spot. So we put down a shack to empty our inventory and place a sleeping bag, allowing us to farm for a base without carrying all of our loot on us. Build next to launch. Gee, no, I don't want to build next to these rocks, do I? However, we find a base on the shoreline already, and it seemed to be raided. As the base didn't have a TC, the plan was to build next to it in the water. This would be the perfect spot to build, as it's on the border of launch site as well. The plan this wipe is to build my favorite 3x1 bunker. and we do a bit of freestyling to make it a water bunker as well. Eventually, I'm gonna have a boat base attached to the back of this base and build an underwater entrance as well. Trust me, it's gonna be fucking sick. Take all these boxes as well. Oh mate, this is actually such a huge find. Mixing table, more low grade charcoal, some COM 16 pipes. After being on the server for less than an hour, we're looking very, very nice. Now let's put away all of our loot and get our furnaces cooking with metal ore. Now before we log off, we need to make sure we use up all of our scrap in case we get raided. So we research as many blueprints as we possibly can towards the garage door. Alright boys, we're back. And we have not been raided, which is an absolute masterclass. I might get a launch and see if I can cycle. Maybe do a bit of farming to launch, and then we'll see if we'll see what we do. We'll see what we can do. That is the plan. Right, look how much cloth there is around here. We're actually cooking so hard. If there's one thing I know, it's that if you see a base of that size decaying in rust, it's always worth to suss it out. Okay, nice. Gun. We will take that. Oh my god, yes. Bro, all the auto turrets are falling apart. With a gun in our belt, we head straight into launch site to recycle all the components we can find before heading back to the base of operations. This is unironically the best fucking build spot on the entire map. We've got so many nodes around us, we've got cloth spawning around us, we've got wood everywhere, and we're next to launch and we're next to large. Like, what more can we ask for? This is ridiculous. Now that we have our first gun, it's time to sail to the oil rig. Hopefully we can rat someone here for a better gun and climb the food chain. Unfortunately, we're the first ones on, and there's no one here besides us and AI. I actually got fucking outplayed by robots and I died to a fucking scientist. But Rust is a game that tests your perseverance, ambition, and your sheer willingness to survive. So determined to at least get my kit back, I swim back over to the oil rig. Oh, no fucking way. And to my surprise, it seemed someone else had some different plans. Hearing someone shoot the AK-47, the most masterclass gun in the game, I was presented with an opportunity to climb the food chain. It sounded like he was on a boat, sniping the scientists, so I'll wait for him on the dock for an easy kill. No, I fucking bleed out. No, I fucking bleed out. I hit him pretty hard, so there's a chance that I might have downed him. But with a lack of gear, I ended up passing away. At this point, I know that I've got to get back there fast, because there's a chance that I actually did kill the guy, and we need his AK. Luckily for us, the raided base next to us had a personal underwater propulsion device, allowing us to return to the oil rig in a timely manner. Unfortunately, the man then was still alive. and as night time was upon us, this was bad, because geared only with a hazmat suit, the freezing temperature was rapidly dropping, making us constantly lose HP. And at this point, I'm certain the guy is also a solo, because I only hear one player shooting. And just like that, we get our first AK kit. I can just imagine this guy's point of view, just a hazmat suit turning the corner, fully getting face checked by a fucking python. So, after smacking up that yo, we end up going back into Moonpool and swimming back to base. Operation Grub Oil Rig is now complete, and it was time to take a little break. But before that, we had to swim all the way back to Oil Rig, clear the scientists, and get our Python kit. This way, we haven't lost any guns. Here we are in the launch site. The launch site of sites in the early morning. We loot the crates without getting shot by Bradley, farm some barrels, scout some decayed bases, and scavenge any raided leftovers. Do a little recycling at the mining outpost, and run to the nearest water vendor to see if the NPC is selling a jackhammer. Unfortunately, this NPC didn't have a Jackie trade, but he was selling 2 meds for only 15 scrap, so naturally we've got to buy as many medical supplies as we can, and we kill the NPC to reset his trades as well. I stumble across a bicycle, perfect for exploring the wild whilst looking quite ridiculous. But just as I'm cruising along, I nearly fall off my fucking chair as these missile solar scientists, absolute clowns, shoot the fuck out of me. I check out a decayed base, hoping for some loot, but yeah, not much. But we do find a raid base right next to it with turrets, and luckily for us, the turrets are all turned off. So I mark it on the map. Those are getting yoinked later. On our way back to the base of operations, I see a lot of bases on the shore. Looks like half the neighborhood here have already been packed up and sent home. All the boxes seem to have already been cleaned out, but just as I was about to leave, I checked that one last box. Oh my god. And luckily I did, because it legit had a box of diving gear. This means we can literally grub Oil Rig on repeat with basically infinite attempts. And don't worry, we're not going to forget about those turrets. We sail across to that raid base, climb up the cliff, and break both turrets for another 2 Python revolvers. Now, do you remember these guys with the 44 player shop and that massive decaying base? Yeah, let's call them N23 Clan, because guess where they live? At N23. We head back over to their decayed base and find an old camper van abandoned, which could potentially have AK kits and be completely full of loot. So we spent a solid 15 minutes stabbing it with wooden spears. Yes. Open. Alright, remember the truth? Oh my god, there's nothing in it. Alright, it's fine, we got a car. That's all that fucking matters. Car with fucking the best parts as well. We clear the bags inside and drive it home like an absolute goblin. The only problem is that we don't have a garage yet. So now we've got a car parked outside a stone small base on the shore next to oil rig, basically yelling, "Raid me!" to anyone walking past our base. But as it was turning night time and we still need a jackhammer, I spawned on a sleeping bag in the middle of nowhere to check if the water vendor NPC respawned with a Jackie trade this time. And somehow the first toolbox we open has a jackhammer. The odds of this happening is literally ridiculous. Oh my god, we got a fucking jackhammer. At sunrise, I do some light base upgrades, fix our car, and start laying the foundations for our external TC. But then we heard this. A base getting raided right next to us. So naturally, I go investigate. But unfortunately, I end up fucking whiffing like a robot and dying to a fucking roleplay shooting bullets in the sky. Anyways, to redeem myself, I go straight back with my only AK kit. But he had seemingly completely disappeared. So I scouted what was left of the raid, and to my surprise, it looked like he ran out of boom before getting into any real loot inside the base. Anyways, the plan now was to focus on building the base at this point, and if the raiders decide to come back, I'll be the first ones to counter. Garage secured, base fortified. We've now got one of the most OP vehicles in the game, and check this out, we can have a little drop box here inside our bunker. So once our bunker is sealed, we can still depot stuff inside our core without having to open our bunker. Also, shotgun trap equals anti-deep. There's legit no way for someone to get in without dying to it. Now at this point, I've practically explored most of the area around our base, so I do some on-foot exploring to fill in the gaps on the map I haven't seen yet. It's always good to run around naked around your base to get to know the neighborhood you live in, assess your opportunities, and more importantly, assess the threats. We're seeing if we can do a madness. Exploring. Oh my god, oh my god! Oh my god! Wait, oh my god. No way. There's stuff in here. What? Bro, we need all of this stuff. It's so huge. Holy fuck, we're too huge. If we can steal this bench, it would save us almost 1.3k scrap to craft a tier 3 ourselves. And as we've got no blueprints unlocked on this server, we would really need all the scrap that we could possibly get this wipe. But there was one problem. The base was building blocked due to 2 external TCs. This means we would have to wait for the TCs to decay before we can actually pick up any of the deployables. So we take all the loot that we scavenged home and go on our first farm run with our jackhammer. Our neighbor getting raided once more. So we gear up with a diving set and a custom SMG to see if we can make a play. He died. He killed himself. He's so dumb. Definitely a member of N23. Blood is his own worst enemy. Now, thanks to our diving gear, we can swim straight back to base, stress-free of dying. We go back to the raid to try and finish it off. There's no way this guy came back, right? We don't really get anywhere, but the base could definitely still be loaded as it's built in a prime base spot as well. Now with all the stone that we farmed, we can work on expanding our base. So after hitting a few trees for wood, construction begins. Be like our secret vault. Now, after a few hours, we return to the snow base to check on the tier 3, and Merry Christmas building block is gone. Not only can we pick up our tier 3, but we can pick up all the electric furnaces and electric components as well. This saves us so much time in the long run, as it saves us from finding these items ourselves, and will also allow us to set up an auto smelter ASAP. We come back with a diving set so we can get back to our base safely, and with our new tier 3 we put it straight into our core, and now we can blueprint endgame items. It's actually perfect. Good idea actually. Oh, this is the perfect spot. Look at that. Oh. In the morning we hear a satchel raid nearby, so we decide to take our MP5 kit to make a play. Also, we're trying out the new Heat Seeker skin, which is ridiculously pay to win. Easy 9 satchels in the bag, just enough to pop a garage door. Before that though, the plan is to set up our auto smelter to get all of our metal ore cooking. And to give you guys who don't really know how this works, a bit of an idea of how to make an auto smelter. First, we set up our electric furnaces with adapters and piping. Then we connect it to a box and a conveyor, slap some solar panels on the roof facing north and south, and abracadabra, we're not povo anymore. Then we put down the rest of our doors and deployables in our base to lock it down. And while setting up cam codes for oil rigs, we hear an AK shooting on large. So grabbing our favorite rat kit, we start swimming to large oil. Let's see. What the fuck? I didn't expect that guy to fucking do that. I almost fumbled the bag because I didn't expect him to just run over my nade. But we clutch it, and now we've got another AK kit, and it was finally time to run oil. I'm not retarded. I don't even have my fucking armor on. And since we live so close by, and the Chinook crate has 10 minutes left on its timer, we start swimming back to base to deposit all of our loot so far, and then we'll come back just in time to loot our crate. Once we get home and we depot all of our loot, we check on cams once again to make sure no one has got an oil rig since we left. Oh. Oh. Oh no, boy's boat's turning, We had managed to loot our crate and make it home without too much trouble. To be honest, I'm not too sure what these guys were doing, but they absolutely fumbled the bag. The plan now is to use the 9 satchels that we got earlier to raid into a loot room in our neighbor's base. So we start running over. Oh, there's a fucking full kit dead here. What the fuck? Literally, what? Unfortunately, the loot room was empty, but with that full Tommy kit in the bag, we're still up. I guess we'll just have to see. 30 minutes later, the raiders were back, but they haven't started raiding. For some reason, they have a minicopter landed on their base, so naturally, I decided to go investigate. That did not work because the homing missile launcher instantly broke, so the missile can't track the mini. After approaching the base, we sense a very big opportunity here. Luckily for me, this turret was just inches out of range from the front door, allowing me to slip into the breach. At this point, I have not heard any explosions, but they have a raid base with a turret outside, and the raider just flew away on a mini. Putting one to one together, the chances are that they're going to come back with explosives to finally finish their raid. Oh my god, he's bringing Boom back. He just made a fucking raid base. Now he's bringing Boom back. Holy shit, we're cooking. Oh. Burst fried. His raid base is so shit. Because the turret doesn't even shoot me when I'm walking into the raid. Hopefully there's only one. If there's only one, I kill him, I loot, and I run around the back of the base and I fucking swim away. This guy is so fucking slow, holy shit. This base is gonna be fucking expensive. If I was him, I would just 16 rocket the fucking middle. This guy is so boring. He's so boring. Oh fuck. Oh shit. Oh my god, yes. Oh my god, yes. Oh. Yes, I made it. I fucking made it, yes. Yes, I fucking made it. Bro, that was so close. What's that? Fucking 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16 rockets. 16 rockets. Full AK kit, 16 rockets. Bro, what? These guys fumbled so hard. But the turret wasn't even on. If the turret was on, I actually died there. Because I didn't realize there'd be fucking 2 of them. Get in. With a combination of luck and quick thinking, we had pulled off an absolute masterclass in ratting. And after safely storing away our new AK kit and 16 rockets, we returned to the crime scene to see if we can pull off another masterclass. But this time, it seems that our raider had brought some more clan members as backup. With an attack heli circling the perimeter of the raid, it would almost be impossible to pull something off again. Almost. Dead. Chill. Don't shoot. Come on, man. Why are you killing me?
Where's my rockets, bitch?
Wait.
Where?
Let's not verbally abuse each other on this game, alright? Look. We're just out here trying to play Rust. It's my day off. After stealing N23's rockets, it was absolutely time to fortify our base before they come knocking. So after all our metal frags were finished cooking, we spam craft garage doors and upgrade our walls to sheet metal. fully medaling our base. This was only part 1 of this wipe, and trust me lads, it gets a heck of a lot better than this. We go on an absolute raiding spree and get fucking loaded with guns and resources. We end up expanding the base into a literal fortress ready for N23. Alright guys, make sure you subscribe to make sure you don't miss out on part 2. It's gonna be fucking crazy. Until then lads, peace out. This has been the Lord Conqueror.